everyone, and welcome back on The Ripples, a podcast where we bring in individuals to share their experience on how their journey has been in the Northeast Nigeria, studying in the American University of Nigeria. And today we have one of the 2025 class speaker who would be sharing with us her experience and how it has been so far. Good day, Miss Phoebe.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing? I'm good. How does it feel? I'll say congratulations already because you're already a graduate. You don't have any more course, I believe. So how does it feel knowing that you're done with school?
Well,
on the graduate, actually.
it feels good. The 4 years went fast. Even me, I can't believe that I'm already done. So, a lot of feelings, but I know I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. And then being one of the 2025 class speaker, why do you think you were chosen?
I would say that I put in the work because we had to go through an audition. So reaching out to last year's class speaker, Salome Bulus, and writing my speech and then going over it, asking her for her input, what she feels I need to take out, or what I need to add. Also my family members helping me out with my speech, always listening to me when I call on them. So I would say that I put in the work, and also God helped me because that day I had a lot of emotions. I was anxious, but I just committed it to God. And when I saw the email that I would be one of the class speakers, I was like, yes, thank you, Lord. So,
we did it. you know, when I went for your audition, in my heart of hearts, I just felt Phoebe is the class speaker because aside from what you were speaking, I saw you did all that, the community service, the work study and all that. So can you take us through your journey?
Okay, My name is Phoebe Anulua Phillips. I just finished studying communications and multimedia.
I love that. I just finished studying
communications and multimedia design, concentrating in multimedia design. And well, my journey coming to Yola. The first time I came to Yola was not as a student, because I've been to Yola before I came as a student. My aunt and uncle were staff here at AUN, and then we came visiting for the holidays. I initially wanted to go to the Nigerian Defense Academy to be an Air Force officer, just like my dad. But when I came here and then I came to the photography studio and I saw the cameras because I was into photography. My dad now made a statement, was like, Phoebes, are you sure you will not come to AUN? And I just smiled. And then fast track, I was told I would come to AUN. I was sad because I felt like my dreams of becoming like my dad would not be possible. But I'm glad that I did not go to NDA. I'm glad I came here because I was able to achieve my dreams. I'm still achieving my dreams because I'm into sports, photography, music, and here in AUN, I was given the opportunity to do everything, even community service, because meaning of Phoebe means help, and I love to help people. So.
Okay, you said you're able to achieve your dreams right here in AUN. If you can just let it not be that you're just talking, can we just know one or two things that you see stood out for you in the American University and this community service, work studies that you were able to engage in?
Okay, so for my first semester, I've been in the Student Government Association. I was the dorm senator, and I applied for the position with my roommates, and we were running unopposed, and we won. And I'm glad because since then my eyes have opened to leadership, to be able to have leadership skills. I've done that, and then I did the assistant director of sports. I applied for the position because of how much I love sports. I'm involved in almost every sport on this campus: basketball, football, tennis. First female goalkeeper. Yes, not the first though in this school, but after a long while they've not had a female goalkeeper, and then I came up. So thank God. And then also the director of public relations, because of photography. I applied for that position because I felt that I could put in my work of knowing how to handle social media, photography, videography, and then work with a team to ensure that the students' government image is being portrayed, working alongside with the public relations officer who was our boss in the SGA. And then for community service, being in the honor society, which is also big on community service, which is one of the reasons I was able to be inducted, aside having a 3.5 CGPA and above. Community service has always stood out to me. Like, I love bringing help to people. There was a time where I was a little girl and then I wanted to give out my tablets to one of the kids that were begging for food, and my mom was like, no, don't give that. Like, mommy, please just give me 500 naira, let me give him, because I don't like to see people struggle. And through this community service, I've been able to put my photography skills, taking pictures of kids, smiling. They're always happy when I come around them because when they are seeing cameras, everything around them. So yeah, and through this community service also, working with Mr. Aliu, the community service director, has really opened my eyes to see that there are a lot of community service projects that are to be done here in Yola, and I'm glad I was able to pick up some of them through my foundation, which I started here in AUN, PAP for Humanity Foundation, which involves giving kids sports equipment, providing for their school fees, and then other basic amenities. So,
Phoebe, you've actually said a lot. So how are you able to, with all those activities, is it campus life, community service, going out of the four walls of AUN? How are you able to balance that with your academics? Was that not draining?
Okay, I would say it wasn't draining because I'm very passionate about being involved in a lot of things. Anywhere my help is needed, I always want to be there. I always want to be active. And AUN has also taught me multitasking skills because aside being in the classroom and learning, then you also have to go for work study, complete your study hours. Then you have other events on campus that you have to show up and be active. So I want to say that also God has helped me because there are some times that it will show on my face that I'm not stressed, but within me, I am very stressed, especially when you have a lot of deadlines to meet. So just God.
Yeah, and then Phoebe, you know, sometimes when you go out and then you meet students from other schools, they will feel that, okay, because of all this community service that AUN students are engaging in, it's kind of seems like maybe the academic standards is not really engaging, is not really draining. You don't do minimal work. AUN students are pampered. Are you sure you do a lot of? So how is it, if you can just take us through grading system and then how you have to meet up with not just your academic performance, but then class attendance and all of that?
Okay, so AUN has a very high academic standard because A starts from 95%. So if you don't miss that 95%, just know that A.
But the 95, is it easy to get 95 in AUN?
It's not. It's easy. It is easy if you put in the work. It is easy because don't miss classes. 75 attendance. Make sure your attendance is perfect. Always contribute in class, even if you don't have anything to say. And if you feel that it is wrong, just pitch it in. Nobody will laugh at you and all of that. So just always participate in class, turn in your assignments, your classworks, your everything on time because deadlines, 11:59 deadline. If you miss that deadline, so always meet up with the deadline and then always study ahead. Don't do last minute reading. Sometimes last minute reading can help. That's if it works for you. But for me, if I tried last minute reading, I know that. So always study hard, write your exams, and usually don't cram the book because one thing I've understood with AUN instructors is that they don't want you to pour out what they've given to you. They want you to read what they've given to you and then see how you can express it in your own words. That's what a lot of students haven't understood yet. So also being in the honor society, you cannot let your CGPA drop. So even with all the activities you're involved with, you always have to be on top. You have to set an example for your peers. You don't have to cheat and all of that. So
Yeah. Okay, and also your work study life.
Okay.
How was it so far in AUN? How were you doing work study and then having to meet up with academic standards?
Okay, so for work study is feasible because you are the one that would present your schedule of when you want to come to the office. You look at when you have a free time because usually you work 10 hours a week. So you look for 10 hours that you're free. That's 2 hours a day or 1 hour, 4 hours. Just look for a convenient time that you can show up to work, show up early, be there on time, do your work effectively, and
Yeah,
yeah.
but does that really help? Does
Yes.
that really help?
Yeah.
Does that prepare you for anything, or is
Yeah,
just for the
opens
cash?
it opens your eyes for the future, especially if you're working in the finance department. You learn how to handle budgeting and then procurement. If you're working in the admissions department, you learn how students are being brought into AUN, all the processes that are used, because I worked in the admissions department in my second year. Then also the students life. I worked with the dean of students affairs, and students affairs covers everything that has to do with students life. So you get to learn, this is what happens in the sports department, this is what happens in the community service department, this is what happens in the academics department. So your eyes are open to what goes on in the real world. So your eyes are open to the afterlife. So,
Okay, Phoebe, one of our 2025 class speakers. Today, if you're asked to advise your younger self, who is still going through undergraduates, what will it be?
keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Always show up. Grab every opportunity that comes your way, even though it feels like you wouldn't get it. Just keep having a positive mind, keep showing up, and keep grabbing those opportunities. They will pay off in the future.
Yeah, they will pay off in the future. So, are we going to be staying in Adama, or you want to jackpot and leave us?
No, I wouldn't be staying in Adama. I need to touch other places. I'll still come back.
Yeah.
I need to spread my wings.
You want to go and make some impact.
Yeah. Impacting the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so very much, Phoebe, for stopping by. We really appreciate you. Yeah. And with that, I Blessing Morris is saying thank you to the Marketing and Communications Department for making it feasible for us to have individuals come in and share their experience on their journey in the northeastern part of Nigeria. I Blessing Morris is saying bye for now.